It's Morning Talk on News Talk 1250 KBRF, brought to you by Pioneer Care and Fergus Falls Monument Company. Now, here's Mary Dolan and Dave Bishop.
Good Tuesday morning. It is 10 after 9. Hoping everybody's having a great start to your day. How's it going, Mary?
It's going well. And, I was just thinking as I ran out to my car quickly. And I did that this morning. I got into my car, didn't even put a coat on. So that just goes to show you what 4 or 5 nice days in a row do to your psyche. Because you think, oh, gosh, it's spring. I don't need a coat. And let me tell you, you need a coat.
You need a coat.
It's windy, and that wind is cutting and cold. It's out of the east, which usually my dad always taught me, if the wind comes out of the east, you're going to get moisture. And it looks like that is the potential for us. But you can feel that dampness.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, wear a jacket today, as I did not. Thankfully, I got long sleeves, and, it's kind of a big old sweatshirt, sort of. But, it's chilly enough for a jacket. So we're going to have our eyes opened again, I think, today. So, anyway, throw on your jacket. Well, okay, so did you watch American Idol?
I did, and
I guess I wouldn't have had to because... the first thing I saw on social media this morning was the whole deal, so.
I really wish I would have known that he was the absolute last person on.
Well, I know. So I actually kind of figured he might be, just for the fact that he has a pretty heart-wrenching, if you want to say, but he's got a story. He's got a family story that... does tug at your heartstrings for sure. And not that he means for that to happen or people to feel sorry for the family or anything like that. It's a very touching, tender story. And Chris does a great job at relaying it. And you can tell that it's just absolutely from the heart. And I thought it was really interesting because Lionel Richie said, "You've got a ministry." And I thought, that's probably exactly why he's doing what he's doing, Chris.
Yeah.
Because he means that. He means for that to, be something that somebody else can take something away from. And I think he will go on. If it's not on American Idol, I think he could do whatever he wanted to do. And
it's a great way to showcase it, and.
Yeah, and I think that's why they saved it for last. And I sort of anticipated they might do that because I knew that they had a camera crew in Fergus Falls.
Yeah.
And I knew they went to where Chris's mom lives at Pioneer Care. And I knew that they had gone to a couple of places in Fergus. And so I kind of figured that they're going to use that footage. And some of the others were brought on pretty quickly, sang and left kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I knew that they had this footage from his hometown. And so I kind of figured he might be the showstopper at the end. And, of course, he was. He just did a great job. And
really talented singer.
Really talented. And I think if you know the family, there's this... this touching of your heart, if that's a good way to put it, because they're such a neat family. When both mom and dad had medical issues, the kids just put their life on hold, and I think all 4 of them moved home from college and just decided they needed to come home and help. And they're just such a neat family. And so we're so excited for Chris.
Yeah.
And anyway, so it was really fun to watch that. I watched the whole thing again this morning. I had tears running down my face last night, and I had tears running down my face this morning. I got a couple of texts last night from a couple of friends who grew up in Fergus Falls, no longer live here, but both of them are like, yep, we're in tears. And I'm like, I know. And if you knew him, you'd have more tears. But anyway, it was just really fun to see that outcome, too, to see him do so well.
Yeah.
So anyway, that was a fun night. We had a basketball game that started we watched the 6 o'clock game, and then I'm watching the clock, and there's 6 minutes left, and it's 1:45, and I'm like, okay, chop, chop, girls. Got to get home by 7. Don't want to miss anything. And, of course, I got home and waited for 2 hours or an hour and 45 minutes before he came on. So I didn't have any trouble. But, I can watch so I watched the game on my phone while I was watching American Idol. And, yeah, I didn't miss a minute of the action.
And I love how Hollywood Week's in Nashville next year. Or this.
Oh, is that where it is?
It's
okay.
Hollywood Week. We're doing it in Nashville.
Okay, so I'm guessing that all of those pieces have already been recorded, or not?
I think so. I don't know how.
Yeah, I don't know either. I guess they would have to be if
I
they're
think
going to play them every week.
At some point they go live. I think they do Hollywood Week where it's kind of the next round, and then they kind of whittle it down
and
from
they whittle it down to 30.
Yeah.
That's got to be hard, because I don't think on last night's show they said no to anyone.
No, it's like even if they're a bad singer, they said, hey, let's try something else.
Yeah. And there were a couple that were like, marginal maybe, but nobody was horrible like it used to be when American Idol first came out.
Oh, what was that gentleman's name?
Yeah,
who sang She Bangs.
Yes. You just take Joe off the street, and whether they could sing or not, they let them audition, and sometimes it was terrible. And then, of course, they'd make fun of it, and now they take that element away, thankfully. Because I think this group of judges really does look to help these people.
To help elevate.
Yeah, to help them go further if they'd like to. Well, okay, so a couple of things. If you have been missing the word salad from Kamala Harris, you don't have to worry.
Oh, we got another one?
She has a stand-in, and it's AOC.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so she left the audience on the world stage completely confused when she was asked this question.
And should the U.S. actually commit U.S. troops to defend Taiwan if China were to move?
I think that this is such a, I think that this is of course a very long-standing policy of the United States.
Okay, so what does that mean? I'm not sure, but anyway, so that's all we got. I think that now in her position, knowing that she was going to be asked some global kinds of questions on the world stage, would you not have been just a bit prepared in terms of upcoming potential conflict? I mean, wow. So anyway, so if you've been missing the word salad, don't worry. I already saw that same clip already this morning on another station, and they had cleaned it up. They took out all the pauses, so she doesn't look quite so silly, but she looked pretty silly on the world stage. So anyway, the word salad is back, in case you've been missing it. All right, California Governor Gavin Newsom announced a new clean energy agreement with Britain that will bring $1 billion in investment to the state. The deal creates a framework for British companies to expand in California. That's because all the Californians are leaving, and so we have to replace them. Anyway, they want to collaborate on decarbonization and clean energy technology. Well, this is pretty interesting. When, if you've seen the raw sewage spill that is going on in the Potomac, oh my goodness.
Wow.
Yeah, so I guess we have to care about clean energy and decarbonizing, but maybe we ought to care about
raw sewage going
human waste going into the rivers. And here's another thing. Who's going to clean up that spill? Well, I'll tell you what, it's people who now are part of our government shutdown. And they will not be paid to go in and clean up this raw sewage spill. So think about that for a moment. I say, oh my goodness. If there were something that they were standing their ground on that made sense, I could see it. But this doesn't make any sense. The only people that they're hurting are the people who work for the TSA, the people who work for the Coast Guard. If you're worried about ICE, stop worrying. It's already been funded. It's out there. It's done deal. So dig your heels into something that matters and put these people back to work. Anyway, they're probably not listening to me, so I guess I won't worry about them heeding my warning. Let's see. UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer announced new regulations on AI chatbots to protect children and other users. The new measure will close legal loopholes and require chatbot providers to comply with the Online Safety Act. They include limits on children's use of AI chatbots, restrictions on infinite scrolling, and minimum age rules for social media. I love all those things. I just don't know how you monitor and how you make sure that those things actually take place. And you would think with all the technology we have, we would be able to do that.
We need to use AI and chatbots to monitor AI and chatbots.
I know. And, you know, when they talk about chatbots, children's use of AI chatbots, you know, just about everything you do now, if you look up on anything on Google, you're going to get AI.
Yep.
And it's not even always right.
No.
I've had it happen where it's not even close to the answer that I should have gotten. So it isn't the gospel truth, that is for sure. And I think we're in big trouble with AI. I know it can do some good things, but boy, it sure does a lot of bad things. And I'm sick to death of AI because it pops up everywhere. Now it's in your email feed. It's everywhere you go. If you're shopping, there's an AI prompt. If you are, whatever you're doing, AI is right there. I was talking with somebody yesterday, and we were talking about she is going on a warm vacation, and she was shopping for swimsuits. And I said, I found a site that I like for swimsuits, but here's the deal. Come to find out that you have to sign up, and it's a subscription.
Subscription for swimsuits?
For swimsuits? I'm like, do I need one every month, or I don't get it. But I tell you what, you get dragged into this stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, her funny comment was, well, you don't even have to give me the site because now that we've talked about swimsuits, and she patted her pocket, she said, my phone just heard you. I'll get plenty of information on swimsuits now. And I'm sure that's exactly what happened. You don't have to type in a thing.
No.
You can just be in conversation about something, and it's going to show up on your phone. It's frightening. Robert Duvall passed away.
I was a little surprised.
Yes, so good. He was 95, so I guess it was coming. But acclaimed actor. I think he was an actor for more than 6 decades. He won an Oscar for Tender Mercies and earned nominations for The Godfather and Apocalypse Now. As I mentioned, he was 95. His wife announced his peaceful passing at home on Facebook, calling him one of the greatest actors of our time. Duvall's career spanned over, I take that back, 5 decades, from his breakout role as Boo Radley in To Kill a Mockingbird, remember that? And he played Tom Hagen in the Godfather films. He received 7 Oscar nominations total, winning Best Actor for 1984's movie called Tender Mercies. The versatile performer also excelled on television, winning 2 Emmys for the miniseries Broken Trail. Known for his gruff naturalism and character work, Duvall also appeared in classics like The Great Santini, Network, and The Apostle, which he also directed. His final film role was back in 2022, The Pale Blue Eye. I'm not familiar with that one, but he was a great actor.
He was really good.
In so many good movies, from westerns to thrillers to family films. He just was so good.
He was good.
So, going to miss another good actor, but Robert Duvall passes away at the age of 95. Jesse Jackson passed away this morning.
Really?
Yeah. Anyway, I don't have all the details, but he had been struggling with some health problems. He was 84 years old. Of course, and whenever somebody prominent like this passes away, you learn some things about him that either you didn't know or you'd forgotten. He ran for president twice.
I remember him running once at
Yeah,
least.
I was, when they said twice, I thought I did not remember that. So interesting life, that's for sure. Interesting tidbit that they covered on television this morning, and that was that when Barack Obama came on the scene, Jesse Jackson was not a fan.
Oh.
So here's a fellow Chicagoan, and I think Jesse Jackson thought that his own son would follow in his footsteps and become a political figure. And instead, here comes Barack Obama knocking down all the doors with, little or no political experience. And I think Jesse was a bit snubbed by that, maybe. I don't know. That's what they think. But interesting, you'll hear a lot about the life and legacy. He was a very, very interesting and powerful man, and he did a lot of good. So Jesse Jackson passed away at the age of 84. We'll be back with more on Morning Talk.
Back with more Morning Talk with Mary Dolan and Dave Bishop. Brought to you by Pioneer Care and Fergus Falls Monument Company. After the markets on News Talk 1250 KBRF. Depend on it.
Today on Hot Talk with the Ox, it's Mardi Gras. Celebrate as you see fit. And we welcome in the Lunar Year of the Horse. At 3:06, the author of the book Climate Porn explains what that is. Then anything ahead of today's gaveling in of the legislative session. But at 4:06, hear what wine Jeff has for us on the Westside Liquor Wine Line. Then hear fellow Ox listeners' wines of the week. See you for Hot Talk with the Ox today from 2 to 5 on KBRF.
What's the Ox say?
KBRFradio.com news. Get the news that matters delivered straight to your inbox. With KBRF Daily Headlines, you'll stay up to date on everything happening in your community. Sign up today and receive a roundup of the day's top stories all in one email. It's fast, convenient, and it's always free. From local updates to breaking news, KBRF brings you the headlines you need right at your fingertips. Visit KBRFradio.com and sign up for email news sent right to your inbox, delivered by Cooper's Office Supply.
Do you feel tingling, burning, or numbness in your hands or feet? It could be peripheral neuropathy, a condition where damaged nerves make it painful or difficult to do everyday things. At Detroit Lakes Chiropractic, they use safe, gentle, and effective methods to help improve nerve function and reduce discomfort. And right now, your first consultation is free. Call Detroit Lakes Chiropractic today, 847-4366, 218-847-4366. American Federal Bank is built on trust, stability, and local leadership. Your banker understands this community and helps you make confident financial decisions that support long-term security and peace of mind. American Federal Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Love sports? Turn your evenings and weekends into paid action. News Talk 1250 KBRF is hiring local sports videographers to capture the excitement on game night. $60 per game, training provided, no experience needed. Just bring a passion for sports, get on the field, get paid, and be part of the action. You must have a valid driver's license. Apply today at mriker@layton.media. That's MRIKER at layton.media. Get on the field, get paid, and be part of the action.
This is Craig Olson. Join me every Saturday morning at 8 for the Coaches Show, presented by the Viking Cafe on News Talk 1250 KBRF. Football, basketball, soccer, hockey, volleyball, swimming, cross country. I interview area coaches to discuss the season, recap the last game, and preview upcoming games. Catch the live show at 8 on Saturday morning on News Talk 1250 KBRF and the live stream and archived shows at KBRFradio.com. Just click on Sports Streaming. The Coaches Show, presented by the Viking Cafe.
KBRFradio.com is your online home for News Talk 1250 KBRF. You'll find the latest in local and national news, plus sports, and you can podcast or stream live. That's at KBRFradio.com.
Find out why the markets are moving. Get in-depth ag information with the Red River Farm Network on News Talk 1250 KBRF. Depend on it.
Good morning. I'm Jamie Dickerman with a market update on the Red River Farm Network. Corn and wheat trading lower, soybeans fractionally higher. AgMarket.net's Matt Bennett says there's not a lot of fresh news to move markets.
You know, the Dow and S&P were selling off at times last week, and some money was kind of being extracted there. And it sure looked like, to me, that we had some of that money flowing over actually the ag commodities. Previously, when we saw the dollar moving lower, you know, everyone was interested in the precious metals, but the shine's kind of been taken off of those a little bit. There really wasn't any good reason to rally the wheat market last week, but we actually saw a nice little pop there. As far as what's going on today, you know, corn and wheat are lower, whereas soybeans are a little bit higher. In all honesty, you know, I think the continued rainfall where they're trying to harvest in Brazil is a little bit of a factor there. But overall, it just sort of seems to me like there's still a lot of enthusiasm that, you know, maybe this balance sheet here in the U.S. is going to get a little tighter than what they originally thought.
Livestock markets up across the board.
You know, you look, for instance, on the April, when we set the high in the market, it was at 250.9. You know, and so actually, you know, we got within about a little under $7 away from that old high. You know, we're currently trading pretty close to 244 right now. And so fats have actually performed rather well. I mean, there's no doubt demand's still awfully strong. Fundamentally, this market looks as strong as an ox.
AgMarket.net's Matt Bennett. Dow Jones Industrial Average now is down 220 points, 49,280. This is the Red River Farm Network.
Here's the latest from CHS Ag Services. Sales agronomist Ellie Magno from the Crookston location is our guest.
Today I will be talking about one of our very own plant hormone supplements called Unlocked Pro. Unlocked Pro is an all-natural water-based plant growth regulator with auxins and gibberellic acid, which act as a steroid for the plant. Some benefits of applying Unlocked Pro is quicker emergence because of enhanced cell division and elongation, along with increased root growth. For application options, you can apply it as a seed treatment, in furrow, or a foliar. There is significant data that shows for early season application, such as seed treatment or in furrow, can have additional yield benefits when followed with a foliar application. If you have any further questions about Unlocked Pro, please do not hesitate to call your local sales agronomist.
CHS Ag Services with 20 locations in northwest Minnesota and northeast North Dakota. CHS Ag Services, providing solutions for your success.
The stories that matter to you and your bottom line matter to us.
We've had a little ridge of high pressure, say a little upward bump in the jet stream.
So if you're an investor, you know, a lot of that money can be either better utilized somewhere else or is costing you a lot more money to keep in commodities.
Many of those same clients in those states are really suffering with some issues on the rainfall shortages.
No one covers agriculture better than the Red River Farm Network. We're reporting agriculture's business.
Now in its 30th year, Commodity Classic is agriculture's largest farmer-led, farmer-focused event. This is Don Wick from the Red River Farm Network. Join us for special coverage featuring industry leaders and innovation from the massive Commodity Classic trade show. Our coverage sponsored by Gowan USA, Syngenta Seed, and the Minnesota Soybean Growers Association. Commodity Classic in San Antonio. On air, online, and on the go, it's the Red River Farm Network.
Minneapolis wheat, May is down 4 1/4 right now, 5.79 3/4. We have May Chicago down 7 cents, 5.41 1/2. March Kansas City down 4 1/2, 5.38. March corn is down 3 1/4 at 4.28 1/2. March soybeans is up 2 cents now, 11.35. In the livestock markets, we have February live cattle up 370, 246.77. We have the March feeders up 482, 370.92. And the April lean hogs up 77 cents, 92.05. This is the Red River Farm Network.
Do you feel tingling, burning, or numbness in your hands or feet? It could be peripheral neuropathy, a condition where damaged nerves make it painful or difficult to do everyday things. At Detroit Lakes Chiropractic, they use safe, gentle, and effective methods to help improve nerve function and reduce discomfort. And right now, your first consultation is free. Call Detroit Lakes Chiropractic today, 847-4366, 218-847-4366.
KBRF presents Where to Eat, the culinary adventure, sponsored by Dandelion and Burdock and Service Food in Fergus Falls.
Hi, I'm Zach Daniels.
And I'm Dave Bishop, your guide to the region's culinary treasures.
Join us as we explore various restaurants, uncover delicious meals, and highlight each restaurant's signature dish.
Experience diverse cuisine types, unique atmospheres, and must-try dishes. Check it out on KBRFradio.com and the Fergus Now app.
New episodes air every first Friday of the month. Where to Eat, powered by Dandelion and Burdock and Service Food of Fergus Falls.
What's the ox say?
Today on Hot Talk with the Ox, it's Mardi Gras. Celebrate as you see fit. And we welcome in the Lunar Year of the Horse. At 3:06, the author of the book Climate Porn explains what that is. Then anything ahead of today's gaveling in of the legislative session. But at 4:06, hear what wine Jeff has for us on the Westside Liquor Wine Line. Then hear fellow Ox listeners' wines of the week. See you for Hot Talk with the Ox today from 2 to 5 on KBRF.
What's the ox say?
News Talk 1250 KBRF. Listen anytime, any place with the Fergus Now app on your phone. For today, topping out around 45. A little bit of rain coming in today and into tonight. Some snow off and on throughout the rest of the week. As well, hopefully you enjoyed those temps. 36 for Wednesday's high, 28 for Thursday's high, 20 by Friday, 18 Saturday's high. So cooling off fairly quickly there, Mary.
And, everybody yesterday was talking about, we're going to get snow. And I'm like, I think it's going to be north of us. We might
the majority of the snow.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to see maybe a trace or, a dusting?
We'll see a little bit off and on for the next couple days.
Okay.
But the 6+ inches are north.
That's north of us. So fear not, folks. Don't let it become your standing in line at the grocery store talk. You don't have to get storm groceries or anything like that. But I am, and I know you say this too, we are almost certain that there will be more snow as we near March. I mean, we're not even done with February here.
And
so,
one of our favorite things is going to return this year.
I keep forgetting to look.
Yep, we'll do it tomorrow.
Okay.
So look today and tomorrow, and we'll
remind me when I'm leaving here to go out. And what we're talking about is our snow pile on one end of our parking lot here. So every year we all throw a date in the hat, the date that we think the last little hunk of snow will melt.
Yep.
And I've never won. You always put up the prize.
Yeah. So I run the contest.
You run the contest. Okay.
Oddly enough, I've won it once.
Okay. All right. Well, remind me, because I tell you what, we talked about it on the air, and of course, by the time I walked out the door, totally forgot about it. So, and by the way, I was just kind of looking through Facebook to see what people were saying about Chris Tunkseth's performance last night. And if you missed it on American Idol, no worries. It is blowing up on Facebook. And there's outlets, there's country radio stations out of the Fargo market that are saying, hey, we got to support this guy. Leave your positive comments. Let's blow up social media and tell him what we think of him. And anyway, so really, really fun ride for Chris Tunkseth. So if you missed it, I guarantee you'll find it in your Facebook page, in your feed. Okay, this is interesting. Couples, here's how the headline reads. Couples spend over $1,000 every year on relationship repair.
Oh.
Now, I don't know exactly what that means. Gifts to rekindle romance, doing things like, I'm going to book a getaway. You and I need to get away by ourselves for a couple of days. Arrange for a fancy meal.
Flowers.
And let's see, other things are, they say that sometimes you can get disconnected and you misunderstand each other. You're busy going in different directions and it's easy to kind of lose touch is basically what they're saying. Anyway, they decide it's worth $1,000. $1,000 doesn't sound
especially
too
over
stiff.
the course of a year.
Yeah. And if it works to repair a relationship, boy, it's worth every penny, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, $1,000 annually on relationship repair gifts.
It's less than $100
Yeah,
a month.
that's a pretty good deal. Let's see. The United States, this is surprising, ranks 33rd globally for healthy aging, despite the highest healthcare spending. So what does that say to you right off the top?
It means we're eating a lot of bad food.
I think so. And I know a lot of people think that RFK Jr. is a knucklehead or a nut, but I honestly believe everything he's saying. Processed food is the very worst for us. And we're inundated with it. We can't help it. We can't stay away from it. But anyway, if you are what you eat, we are all a processed piece of garbage because, oh my gosh, it's everywhere. Anyway, there's a new study out there, and they analyzed 50 countries, found that the United States comes in 33. That's bad. We spend about over almost $15,000 per capita annually on health care. Anyway, the United States scored 79.3 years for life expectancy. And this is a couple of years lower than the national ranking. Anyway, they say that we gotta turn things around if we would like to be higher on that list. But ranks 33rd globally for healthy aging, despite the highest healthcare spending. And when you talk about healthy aging, I don't know if you see this. You're probably too young, but when you get to be my age, you're looking at those kinds of things. Like, I think I start to realize, oh gosh, I'm this age, and what am I going to look like in 10 years or 20 years or even 5 years? I see so many people who, they retire and then they end up with all these illnesses and they're not able to enjoy their retirement at all. And so I don't know, it probably should have hit me before now, but it does make a difference on, I think, how you think and how you, maybe some of your life choices now. I know my life choice is I'm going on a vacation every year. I don't care. And let's do it while we can. That's what I say, because you never know, right? Anyway, and not that the vacation is the biggest deal, but that is something that the two of us really, really enjoy. And I would like to take another vacation where we take our whole family again. That was a lot of fun. But there's a sweet spot when you take kids along. When they're little enough so you can entertain them on the beach, that's great. But then there comes a time where they need their friends or they need other kids, and it's hard to keep that entertainment level going,
Yeah.
And then they go on to the next stage, which is kind of where we are now, that they're all bigger kids, can make their own fun, can do bigger kid stuff, and are a little more self-sufficient, in terms of keeping themselves busy. Because when you're the grandma and you take your grandkids on a trip, oh my goodness, you want them to have the most fun in the whole world.
Yeah.
A lot of pressure, got to tell you. But anyway, there's these sweet spots where, depending on your kids' age, how easy it is to make them think that they are on the trip of a lifetime. Because you want them to have a trip of a lifetime, There's a lot of pressure there. Okay. ABC is developing a Dancing with the Stars spin-off to find new professional dancers. Do you ever watch Dancing with the Stars?
I watched, like a lot of these. When it first started, I watched a little bit of it, but...
I always, and if either of my two friends were tuned in, potentially, they had to strap me down to watch 2 episodes of some terrible, awful reality TV. One was The Bachelor or The Bachelorette.
Oh,
I'm not even sure which one it was. And to make it worse, we were in Florida. So the fact that I'm inside watching horrid TV, Yeah, they both know I'll never forgive them for taking those 2 hours out of my sunshine-filled life in. I know it was the evening, but still. And the other one was maybe Married at First Sight or one weird other one. Anyway, I don't that reality stuff. It's not real. It's not even close to reality. Anyway. So Dancing with the Stars is going to hang in there, I guess. A new spin-off featuring aspiring professional dancers competing for a spot on the main show. So are the dancers that are currently on there, they are not professionals? They just show up?
No, they're professionals, but maybe they've got to renew them.
Yeah.
Maybe they're getting a little older.
Here's a little bit of a difference, I think. Contestants will live together while undergoing intensive auditions.
Oh, that's...
with the winner earning a coveted pro dancer position on the next Dancing with the Stars season. So, boy, if that's the winnings, I don't think I'm going to go through all that. There should be a bigger carrot at the end of that tunnel, I think. Yeah, anyway, so if you like Dancing with the Stars, there you are. That's going to happen. All right, let me see if I can find you some couple of questions. Here we go. I got two for you. Oh boy, these are hard. Which Italian town is the setting for Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet?
Verona.
Of course, you would know that. What color rosebud stands for a heart ignorant of love?
White?
Yeah, good guess. I would have guessed white as well. But did you know that, or was that a guess?
That was a guess.
Yeah.
Verona I knew.
Yeah, Verona.
Because, we all had to read Shakespeare in school, Fair Verona.
Yeah, but imagine, that was a while ago, even for you.
Yeah.
But that stuck with you. Good,
yeah,
good job.
I'm hitting my 30-year reunion this year.
Yeah, well, you must not be eating all those processed food because your brain is still working.
Ate a lot of food.
Oh, boy. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Oh, how about this one? And I know you're not add anything to your coffee kind of a guy, but once in a while, if I'm hungry and I think, gosh, I shouldn't really snack on anything, sometimes I will add like maybe a half a teaspoon of some flavored creamer or something because it makes it feel like it's a dessert. I don't know if that works for anybody else, but Coffee Mate has unveiled a new product line called Cool Cream Frozen Creamers. Okay. Marking its first move into the freezer aisle. The frozen creamers come in vanilla caramel swirl and cookies and cream crumble. The brand says it can all be used as a topper on traditional creamers. So it looks like it's sold in cups. So I don't know if it's liquid or if it's...
I'm guessing it's frozen.
Yeah, it is frozen. But if it's, like a creamy substance or if it's like... the one says crumble. So I wonder if it's... And when they say you can put it on ice cream, I'm imagining like cookie crumbles or something. So, but either way, it's going to melt in your coffee. So I guess it doesn't matter.
It'd be chunky coffee.
Yeah, maybe. And I'm not a chunky coffee person. Speaking of coffee, remember when you and I talked about that Rise mushroom coffee?
Oh, yeah, I actually use it.
Yeah, I do too. I'm on my second bag. And I got to say, I like it.
Yeah.
And now, that said, it's instant coffee.
Yeah.
So I don't know about you, but at the end of the cup, there's always
sludge.
A little gritty, grainy. But okay, so what I've found is I was taking water out of the Keurig, and what I have learned is that water is not hot enough. And so I actually use my teapot, boil water, pour the water in first, and then I shake the powder or whatever it is, the granular substance, into that and then stir it in. That's the best way to get it stirred. But you kind of have to drink and stir, I think.
Yeah, that's why there's usually like a fork or something stick out of my coffee cup because that's what I do. We've got a little water cooler / heater over by our break room, and I just get the hot water there, pour in the...
Is that hot enough?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I, mix it in, and there's still some sludge at the end, but
yeah,
it is what it is.
That last drink is not my favorite, but I drink it just the same.
But I mean, I drink it down to probably about a third of a cup. Then I add a little bit more water, mix it up.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you kind of have to mix as you go.
Yeah.
But if it's supposed to do a number of things. It's supposed to reduce bloating. It's supposed to help with focus and energy.
I've definitely noticed the energy.
Do you?
Yeah.
I'm not sure that I do. Focus maybe, but I think I like it. Like I said, on my second bag, but it's not inexpensive. That is the deal.
No, you have to get it on sale.
Yeah, and I, first of all, I saw it. I'm sure it was in my Facebook feed, but it talks about gut health, and I think that's really important, and that's hard to find, and it's hard to eat all the right foods to make sure that your gut is healthy. But when I first saw it, it's a subscription, and you can say how often you want it to come and what all that sort of stuff, and you'll save some money on the first bag. But then I happened to see it in a Target ad, so then I thought, well, you must be able to get it other places because I hate those subscriptions. I won't do it. And then I thought, well, if it's on Target, it's probably on Amazon. Sure enough. So
Amazon was like the most expensive place to buy it.
Was it?
Yeah, get it from the company itself.
Yeah, but don't you have to join the subscription then?
No.
Okay.
I bought a bag.
Okay. Well, I thought, at least what I was looking at, it was a subscription, and I thought, I am not getting
because it was like 40-something a bag on Amazon.
I think it's $44
and then
on
it was
Amazon.
like 27 or 20-something like that on Rise.
Well, it was 27 when you bought the first one, but the second bag then became 45.
Oh, I guess mine stayed at 20.
Oh, well, I'll have to look into that. But I know that was their promotional thing. You order the first bag at $27, and then as your subscription went on, the next bags were at 44 or 45. So, but anyway, if you are, like looking for or probiotics, if your doctor has said, gosh, you could use some probiotics.
And it doesn't taste bad. I've had other mushroom coffee that was awful.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
I've had mushroom coffee that was nasty. This is actually pretty good.
I didn't expect to like it, but it says to mix it in 6 or 8 ounces of water, and that's about what I do, not more than 8, because it makes a really good, strong, bold cup of coffee. So anyway, on my second bag, I kind of like it. I'm going to stick with it for a bit. All right, let's see what else we've got for you. American kids average, how many hours of screen time do you think that kids average? This is a day.
I am going to really shoot us all in a foot and say 7.
Okay, that's a lot. American kids average 4 hours.
Oh,
but still, 4 hours.
Yep.
That's terrible. I suppose, though, if you and I added up every time we looked at our phone, that's screen time.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you count computers.
Well, true.
I get it.
Well, that's a whole different story. I mean, kids are not seated in front of a computer. Well, I suppose they are at
You've got the
school.
Chromebooks.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so maybe with that in mind, maybe 4 hours isn't.
Yeah,
so crazy.
that's why I upped it to 7, because I figured, if they count computers.
Okay, so parents report concerning behavioral changes because of this, including distractibility, irritability, sleep problems, reduced physical activity. I think that's the biggest one.
Yeah, right there.
But you know what I do notice is I know that my grandkids are, they're only allowed so much time in terms of phone use, screen use. So sometimes when they come to my house, they grab the Chromebook and they kind of veg watching stuff, But I'll sit there and I'll try to have a conversation with them. And I have to ask the same question like 3 times before they even realize I'm talking to them. Finally, I'm like, okay, shut the Chromebook. Put it away. That's it. Done. Because you can't converse.
It's like the old phrase,
Drives me crazy.
My wife said to me, "Are you even listening to me?" And I'm like, "Wow, that's an odd way to start a conversation."
Do you remember, this was, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago, there was a really funny video that just blew up on social media, and it was that little kid talking to the mom, calling her by her first name, Linda. Listen to me, Linda. Do you remember that?
No.
Oh my goodness, it was hilarious. And you know me, I don't watch videos,
Mm-hmm.
but that one was watchable. But it's this little kid kind of yelling at his mom, listen to me, Linda. And I use that phrase a fair amount around our house, specifically with John, because he can look like he's listening to me.
Mm-hmm.
And then he'll say, oh, wait a second now. What time did you say we have to be there? I'm like, hello, just told you that. And then I say, all right, listen to me, Linda.
I'm the opposite. I look like I'm not paying attention, but I am.
Oh, I don't know which one's worse.
It drove Jen crazy when we first started dating.
Well, it drives me crazy, and I've been hanging out for over 30 years.
I'm used to like doing interviews like on the phone and stuff where I might be doing something else, but I'm still listening, conversing, and doing that. But, you know, I can multitask.
Oh, well. Yeah, so we use Listen to Me, Linda around my house.
Listen to me, Linda.
Yeah, you have to look that up. It's pretty funny. You'll get a bang out of it. And then you'll know what I'm up against at home when I have to use Listen to Me, Linda. All right, that is going to wrap up a Tuesday. Thanks for joining us, our show today and every day, brought to us by Pioneer Care and by Fergus Monument Company. Have a great day.
When a loved one passes, we understand that honoring and preserving your family legacy matters. Hi, I'm Ryan Welly with the Fergus Falls Monument Company. Creating your everlasting memorial is our specialty, and creating and crafting them locally is